Hey there! In this video I'm going to show you how to make this fancy navigation menu using the free full site editing Greenshift theme and the free page builder plugin by the same name, Greenshift. So let's get cracking, shall we? So as I said, I got the Greenshift FSE or full site editing theme installed, and I have the free Greenshift animation and page builder blocks plugin. So we're going to go into Appearance Editor, and this is just the base website for Greenshift. So when you install it, this is what you'll see from the first setup. So we're going to now work within the header here. So I'm going to go to the list view, and I'm going to expand the header template. We're going to remove the navigation, we don't need that. We're going to add okay, we'll add another block here, so we'll just press / on here and we'll go pop-up. So we want to use the sliding panel pop-up trigger block. Cool, we're going to have to move that to the other side. These little arrows here. Okay, so let's set up this button here, shall we? So what we want it to do when we click it is we want it to go into a pop-up. We want the pop-up to go onto the top of the page. We want the vertical width of it to be 100, and we want the vertical height to be 100. We want the content within the button element to be center aligned, and we're also going to disable the close button because we're going to be using the custom close class on the close icon. Okay, so we'll head on down here and we'll come into our panel background, and we'll set it to black, and we'll reduce this slider down here to around, I'll make it a little bit darker actually. I'll go 4A. Sweet, you can play around and you can change the colors as well if you want. It's up to you what you want to do with that. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Sweet, and then we're going to move down to the icon here, and the icon that we want is going to be the hamburger menu, which is not that one. Looks similar, but so we just click it. There's kind of no indication that it's been clicked, but you can see it's been changed up here. Now we need to go up to the, we need to go down to the background and opacity for this icon here, and we have to set the opacity to be completely clear or transparent because we don't want to bankrupt. So there we go, there it is. And I think that is pretty much it. You can play around with the sizing of that if you want. If you want to make it bigger, I'll put it up to 30. Nice. Okay, so let's go back up here and we'll go and open up the panel. You should just see this green bar come across. The panel is there. Now again, you can come down and you can change the background of that panel there as you see fit. So you can have a custom color. You can have it like transparent, so it's sitting over any color that you want, sort of thing. You can play around with it, which is pretty neat. And but yeah, I'll just keep it back at the actually I'll make it a little bit slightly darker, 7A. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to throw in a couple of containers in here. So we'll click that little plus there, and we'll go down to, if you can't see that, just type in container. Okay, so that's coming up over in our list view over there, and now we're also going to put in another container in there, so we'll just put container, and so now we've got that structure. Cool, so I'm going to build out this structure fairly quickly now, so I'm going to add in an advanced text. I'm going to change that to our X, and I'm going to go down insert after. This one here is going to be, so I'm just typing / on the keyboard, SVG, so I'm going to use an SVG shape, And I'm going to go and choose that shape to be this line here. So again, you can choose any shape that you want. And I'll change the fill color, but I think I also need to use the stroke color. The width is going to be 100 and the height is going to be 1. Again, you can change the thickness to how you want, but I'm going to keep it at 1. And I'm going to go into advanced on this SVG icon and go down to CSS transform. We're going to spin that around 90 degrees on its Z axis, so it's vertical up and down. And that's all we need to do for that. Then we're going to come into the sizing. So I'll go over here to this little sizing icon here. And what did I have for that? Okay, so I had 60 top margin and 60 bottom margin. Cool. All right. So we'll leave that for the time being. We'll move on. So we'll go to insert after. So in here, I'm going to put another advanced text. So again, I'm just putting / on the keyboard, going to advanced text there. And this is going to be my home. And I'm going to go and change the text color to white and the link color to white. So you should be able to see that as white now. I might change the X there that I've got to white as well, so we can just start seeing that. Didn't really need to change that link color, but do it anyway. And okay, I'm not sure why I can't see that SVG shape, but we'll fix that in a minute. Okay, so the setup for these menu items is going to be fluid typography. So we're going to go down to fluid here. Again, you can set these to whatever value you would like to use for your particular site. I'll just put in the values that I have set. 2.5 for max and 4, I think, on that. Cool, and then this is a really kind of important step, is to click on the advanced typography options here, go down to cursor and click pointer. So when you're hovering over that menu item, it actually turns to a pointer, and it's not just like a text bar or something like that. I will do the same for this little X here. Go down and change it to a pointer. This is our close button, by the way, if you're not too sure what that is going to be used for. And I will set the size for this. So this is going to be 40 and a line height of 30. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to do is going to duplicate this. So you can just click on the little 3 dots here and click on duplicate, but there is a shortcut. So I'm on a Mac, so it's Shift Command D. On a PC it might be a little bit different. So Shift, so I'm going to need 5 of those. So it's going to be about, it's going to be services, blog, and contact. Okay, cool. So what I'm now going to do is do some alignment stuff. So in the very top container, we're going to go to Flexbox. We're going to set our stack to row, and we're going to go and center that. So there it is, it's centered. Nice. Then we're going to do some fancy stuff. So just checking to see if I've got any particular height settings. I know I do have height settings on the on this inner container, so we'll go ahead and do that now. So we'll go to container wrapper, and we're going to come down to custom width here, and our width here is going to be vertical width, so we're going to put in 30 on that, and our custom height is going to be vertical height here. I'm going to set that to 60, and then I'm going to set the flex in this container. So the flex settings for here is going to be column and centered, and then I'm going to center that, and there's our little little icon, little SVG icon there. Cool. So let's just save it, and we'll go and have a look on the front end to see how it's all looking. Nice. So see how when I hover over that X and the other things, the little pointer changes to the little hand pointer? That's what that pointer means. Cool. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go and add a border around this. So I used a double border, and the size was 4, and the color I had as white. Nice. So again, you can just change this to whatever values you would like to see for your site, your design. And I think that was pretty much it for that. Now we need to, so on the demo we had these menu items here fly in animated, so let's go do that. So advanced text, so the home one, we'll go to fade right, we'll go to about, we'll go to fade right, and we'll put a delay of 100 milliseconds, and you know how it goes for the others. So fade right, this is 200 milliseconds, so fade right 300 milliseconds, and fade right 400 milliseconds. Nice. So let's go quickly have a look at to see that effect on the front end. And there we go. We've got that really nice sort of, yeah, that effect. Now, this close button doesn't work. So let's go and fix that. So we're going to go to button, and we're going to come down to our little disable close button information here. So we're going to grab this class here. This is super easy. Just got to copy that. Go back to our little X icon. Now you can use anything for this. You can use an, you can use a like a, what is it? An icon, an advanced icon, if you want to use a specific icon for this. So like they do have an X icon that I saw down here, so like this one here. So you can use that as the close button if you want. I use the other one because it just was a little bit more lighter. Anyway, so we're going to go and apply this button class. Sorry, I should have just. So we're going to copy that, which I've done. And we'll go back to our X, go to advanced, and go down to advanced, and we'll paste in that CSS class. No dots at the front or anything like that, just like that, as you see, and we'll save that. Now let's go and see the effect. And now that little X closes the menu bar. And then of course you would go in and you would add your links to, the to each one of these. You may want to take off that underline link, and to do that you just click on, so you just click on the menu item, go to actually I want to turn that off. So this is what we need to do, is we need to go into our site settings by clicking on that, going to typography, going to links, and unclicking that icon there. So if you want the icon to come up, it's totally up to you. If you want, to show that, you can even set the underline effect, so which picks up the styling from the normal menu. So when you hover over it, it should appear. It works inside the editor here, but it's not really working. Oh, actually, that's why, because it doesn't have a color on that. Oh, no, okay. Well, that doesn't seem to be really working. So yeah, don't worry too much about that. But what you can do is you just come up here and go to typography links and just turn off that underline effect. Now remember, that's going to affect the entire website for every link, so you may not want that. But in this case, it doesn't even show up anyway, so even when you've got it on, so it doesn't really matter too much. Let me see if that... Oh yeah, it does show. So let's just turn that underline effect on for that link. Yeah, you pretty much won't see it anyway in here. Okay, cool. All right, so then there's of course the mobile aspect of this as well. So you want to ensure that this sort of works nice on mobile and tablets. So I'm going to just go into here and go to tablet view, and as you can see that's looking a little bit pretty constrained there. So I'll just go in here and I'll just up the width here, say 50. And come down to mobile vertical, and I'll keep it at 50, and then on for mobile I might up that to say 60 VW, and again you can play around also with the height of this as well and adjust it to your liking. But yeah, just sort of make sure that it looks good on mobile. Okay guys, that's it. So that's how you create a custom fancy navigation. Oh, there it is. It's actually showing up now. Oh, that's classic. That's funny. So I'm gonna still have that on, but I'm not gonna have a color. So just maybe it's a cache thing. That doesn't go away. Text decoration for hover. Yeah, the only way to sort of turn that off is to go into site settings and go to typography links and remove that underline. But again, remember that's going to affect all the links on the site, so yeah. But anyway guys, that's it. That's all I'm going to do for this video, nice and quick, and hopefully that's a bit of fun for you for your next project. Now if you do need drop down menus and stuff like that, then this here is obviously not going to work for that very well. This is just basically an idea just for a very basic website navigation menu. So if you do have drop downs and stuff like that, then this may not work for you, or you might want to play around with maybe using accordions or something like that and putting things inside there. You could probably get around that some way, but yeah, this is just for a very basic website. So anyway, hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, please like, share, and comment below. do all the usual things that you like to do on videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.